So we packaged it inside Quantum to generate alerts, but we also put it inside our intelligent archive to facilitate e-discovery. And then we also put it inside the Pathfinder product. Now, when we put it inside the Pathfinder product, we then said, okay, it's able to explain jargon, it's able to explain alerts, but what would happen if we deleted the purple box on top that contains the compliance knowledge base and replaced it with policies? What would happen if I took these compliance knowledge base, the purple box, deleted it and replaced it with policies, manuals, code of conduct, whatever it might be? Now, if you do that, you will end up with a compliance policy chatbot. And this is the really cool thing that we want to show you. And what Pathfinder allows you to do is to upload your policy documents and then give the AI chatbot interface to your employees so that they can ask questions from the AI chatbot similar to these. Like, how do I get a pre-trade approval? I've got an account with Charles Schwab. How do I report any trades? And there could be a number of other questions that you typically would get in compliance advisory function. So step one, you would take a bunch of documents, be it code of conduct, be it compliance manuals, compliance procedures, compliance policies, and you would upload them to Policy Manager. Step two, you would then give it to your employees and they would be able to ask questions. And this reduces time, they don't have to wait for it. Reduces fatigue from repetitive queries, and this is particularly true, I think, for compliance officers, because the same person could be asking you the same questions over and over again because they're too lazy to go and open up the policy. And we were joking about this with Kirill, my co-founder, that even in our company, people don't bother opening up HR policies or expense policies. It's much easier just to go to Slack and ping somebody. And this thing actually minimizes the chance of human error. So step three, we have AI chatbot that can respond instantly to a request. But when we introduced that functionality to our compliance teams, they said, well, we're actually terrified that your machine could hallucinate, so we would really like a human in the loop. So no problem. So there is a way for you to operate this with human in the loop, where AI actually prepares a draft response, sends it to you as a compliance officer, and then you have to click approve for it to then end up in the hands of the employee. Okay? And before I get to this, I just want to show you what it can do, and then I have a bunch of policies. Now, you can see that it's here. And I've got tabs here, so I can ask a compliance team. I can do compliance review, and there's knowledge management. So the first thing is uploading documents. So here I've got a bunch of policies that we've already uploaded. And I'll show them to you at the bottom. So we have gifts and entertainment policy. And by the way, when we're preparing for the demo, we really begged all of our customers, please, could you give us some of your compliance policies? And the response that we got was, no, these are our crown jewels. We're not sharing them under any circumstances. And I was like, okay, well, you can't really have a demo if nobody's willing to share their policies. And we were really shocked that compliance policies are considered to be crown jewels, but no problem. So what we did was, you got to find them somewhere. How do you go and find something? Well, you have to go to Google. So we went to Google search, and we punched in gifts and entertainment policy. The first thing that came out was Bank of England gifts and entertainment policy. So you can trust the government to have a gifts and entertainment policy, and they published it on the web. So we downloaded that, and we've uploaded it into the Policy Manager. The other one that we were really keen on is personal account dealing. And this is like the bulk of the questions that you probably receive in compliance advisory, which is like, hey, I want to trade gold. Can I do it without approval? So personal account dealing. Same thing, same process. We took that, punched it into Google search. First thing that came out, guess what? Aberdeen's personal account dealing policy. So if you're from Aberdeen, you're going to get a free POC right now. Those are the policies. So we have the Bank of England gifts and entertainment policy, and then we've got the personal account dealing policy from Aberdeen. As you can see here, our compliance subject matter expertise team has also uploaded a bunch of regulations that relate to those policies. So that's something that we as Behavox would do on behalf of our customers. So you don't have to go and search for these regulations. We would do that automatically for you. So you can see here, like, there's a whole bunch of these regulations. In addition to that, we also give you a bunch of enforcement cases. So you can see here they're marked as case. And this is all the violations that have got people in trouble for PA dealing. So that's how you set it up. So you just click upload button and you kind of off you go. So it's pretty easy to upload documents into this thing. So the second thing is now you can ask questions. And I've got a bunch of questions here, but obviously we can just test it by copying and pasting something. So this is from personal account dealing. So do I need to disclose my managed accounts to compliance? So I can now ask that. As you can see, all of the history for me as a user is actually retained. So here's all of the different things that I've been asking just today. And no response yet. So this is a demo account, so I'm basically a super user. So I'm an employee and I'm a compliance officer all in one, and I'm a document manager all in one. Typically, these are 3 separate people. So now I'm going to pretend like I'm a compliance officer. I've just got my coffee. I'm showing up, and I can see that there is a question. You can see that the question is right here. And this is the same question. So I have a queue of questions that I receive. I go into this one, and you can see here that it provides a response. So this is a policy response. So yes, you need to disclose managed accounts, et cetera, so it gives you that information. And more importantly, it actually takes you to the specific document, and it takes you to the specific passage in the document where it got that information from. So this is a way for us to limit hallucinations, where we want Behavox LLM, Pathfinder, to reference exactly where it got that passage from. In addition to that, because we've uploaded all the regulations, it actually gives you a regulatory answer as well. Now, for this one, it's dead easy, but there's more complex things that our customers do. So here, this could be really useful, especially if there is a conflict between your policy and the regulation. So this is a way for you to also create that QA process where it's really difficult, especially if you're operating in many, many different countries, many jurisdictions, and regulations are changing all the time. It's going to be really hard for you to police which policy is now tied to which regulation. So this conflict resolution is actually quite useful. So once I review this answer, I can actually click approve, and the response is now going to be sent to the employee. So if I'm an employee, and I'm going to pretend like I'm an employee, here you go. So I've got the approved answer. It says that it was reviewed and approved by the compliance team. Now, the cool thing about this is that we also have, maybe in English, here you see that your request has been received, and I prepared an answer that the compliance team will review and approve. So there is a semi-automated way of dealing with the requests from employees, where AI will provide a draft response. And then once you send the approved response, it will be overwritten. But this way, at least the employee is able to get something from the AI chatbot immediately. Admittedly, it has a disclosure saying that it has not been approved by the compliance team yet. But if you really wanted to operate kind of fast and drive that employee satisfaction, then no problem, you can operate it this way. You can also operate it where there is no response. The system waits until the compliance officer clicks the approve button. Now, there are some cool things that we discovered about our Pathfinder, and this is a really terrible thing to say about a computer system, because when you're building something, you typically know what it can do because you built it. With AI, it's different. You have no idea what its capabilities are until you actually start testing it. I repeat, we're building a bomb. We have no idea how powerful it is. The only way to discover it is to blow it up. So if I said that to you, you probably would say you're a lunatic, and we're not going to trust you with any chemicals, and we're not going to let you do this experiment. But with artificial intelligence, unfortunately, this is the way it works, which is why all those people that got the Nobel Prize are saying that it could be doom to human civilization if we continue to experiment with AI this way. But the interesting things here, notice this. The question here is in Japanese, and the response is in English. So what we discovered is that because Behavox LLM 2.0 is multilingual, it actually is able to read these phrases, these requests in the native language. And it's actually able to respond in native language as well. So here, I've actually asked it to respond in Japanese. So this is the question, and this is me saying, please respond in Japanese. And it actually responded in Japanese. So why is this useful? Well, if you're dealing with many, many different countries, and your policies are in English, you cannot bet that every single one of your employees is going to be able to interact with that policy, and fully understand everything that's written there. So having something that can interpret the policy that is in English into Japanese, Chinese, or whatever other language is going to be extremely useful for you. And I also ran an experiment in Chinese, and it does the same thing. So here, I didn't say respond in Chinese. So it takes the Chinese question and responds in English. But if I said it, respond in Chinese, it would provide the response in Chinese. So there's a lot of cool capabilities that we discovered that we didn't design. It wasn't intentional that it's able to behave like this in a multilingual fashion. So before I wrap up, I just want to highlight a couple of things here. So number one, could you do this using OpenAI? Theoretically, you could, okay? But remember, the bagel land, and I'm naked, and a bunch of other hallucinations that it produces. The problem is, if you upload your policies, it has no idea that it's a financial institution. So it's going to treat you as a general model. So that's one of the drawbacks. And the other drawback is the understanding that you're going to be deploying this into a compliance function. So you need human in the loop. So in OpenAI, you don't have human in the loop. You also need a document hierarchy. The same way that I was showing you that there is a policy and then there is the regulation, you need to be able to upload documents with a certain structure to it. You want to also have workflows, reporting being one of them. So you saw the prompts, but there is very easy for us to extract exactly who was asking questions and exactly what the responses were and map that back to your HR file. And there is access controls. There is a whole bunch of other functionality that you need to make this useful to employees and to the compliance teams alike. So one of the key things that we bring to the table is not just the knowledge of AI and how we built AI, but also how do you deploy artificial intelligence in a highly regulated, complex environment like a financial services institution might be, and how to bring all the additional workflows and functionality to make that product work for you.